DeMarcus Cousins, the towering force. Poised to dominate at 6'10 and 270 pounds, DeMarcus Cousins enters the 2010 draft as one of the most imposing interior presences in the class. He's built for contact, equipped with advanced footwork and a soft scoring touch in the low post. This summer, Cousins plays with fierce confidence, showing flashes of superstar potential. His dominance on the glass and physicality around the rim make him a franchise centerpiece in the making. Coaches admire his skill set, but they're watching how he channels that fiery temperament. The league is bracing for a big man who can take over games on his terms. Eric Bledsoe, the gritty floor general ready to lead. Compact at 6'1", Eric Bledsoe arrives with explosive athleticism, lockdown defense, and leadership instincts that scream pro-ready. His tenacity on both ends, combined with a powerful first step, makes him a threat in transition and a defensive anchor on the perimeter. This offseason, he's refining his reads in the pick and roll and working on becoming a steadier shooter. Coaches value his motor, toughness, and will to win. Bledsoe isn't just quick, he's calculated, aggressive, and hungry to run a team. Derrick Favors, the quiet enforcer with elite defensive tools. Derrick Favors stands 6'9", 245 pounds, and carries himself with quiet confidence. His versatility on defense, capable of switching across multiple spots and protecting the paint, gives him an immediate pro-ready edge. Right now, he's focused on smoothing out his offensive polish, adding a reliable jumper to complement his rim running. What separates Favors is his consistency, maturity, and team-first approach. He doesn't chase highlight plays, he anchors system. Evan Turner, the savvy wing with lead guard. Feel at 6'7", Evan Turner brings a rare mix of size, vision, and ball handling. He's a true point forward, comfortable orchestrating half-court sets or creating in isolation. Turner's basketball IQ is one of the highest in the class, often reading defenses before they react. This summer, he's tightening his handle under pressure and working to extend his shooting range. Coaches appreciate his unselfish play, competitive edge, and versatility. Turner is built to be a connector on both ends of the court, glue that holds rotations together. Gordon Hayward, the understated star with sharpshooter potential. Gordon Hayward, a smooth 6'8" forward, enters the league with a complete offensive game and underrated defense. His shooting mechanics are fluid, his passing intuitive, and his ability to space the floor makes him a dream fit in modern offenses. This summer, Hayward sharpens his off-the-dribble moves and lateral quickness on D. He's not loud, but his game speaks volumes. Coaches see a potential starter who can contribute immediately with intelligence, poise, and effort. Paul George, the versatile wing with superstar trajectory. Paul George, a 6'8" blur with a 7-foot wingspan, has scouts buzzing. He glides across the floor, blending effortless athleticism with a budding offensive package. Known for his lockdown potential and perimeter length, George is working on tightening his handle and extending his range. What sets him apart is how easily he toggles between roles. He can defend your best player and still give you 20 points. With the right development, he's a future all-star in the making. Jeremy Lin, the relentless underdog with defensive grit. Jeremy Lin arrives without fanfare, but with undeniable hunger. At 6'3", he's a smart, agile guard who prides himself on effort plays and tight on-ball defense. His mid-range game and timing as a passer are quietly refined. This offseason, Lin's deep in the gym, elevating his shot consistency and speeding up his reads. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, and teams looking for a rotation-ready guard with intensity and feel should take notice. Jordan Crawford, the microwave scorer with swagger. Jordan Crawford brings buckets, plain and simple. At 6'4", he's fearless with the ball, unbothered by defenders, and never afraid to rise from deep. His footwork and shot-creating ability make him a danger from anywhere on the floor. This summer, he's balancing his shot selection while showing improved court vision. What you're getting is an instant offense threat who can swing momentum with one hot stretch. Hassan Whiteside, the towering prospect with defensive bite. Hassan Whiteside is a 7-footer who owns the paint. He's raw but gifted with elite timing as a shot blocker and the kind of length that alters everything at the rim. His offensive bag is still shallow, but his ceiling is sky high. This summer, he's polishing his footwork, working on conditioning, and trying to prove he's more than just potential. In a league starving for rim protection, Whiteside's upside is hard to ignore. Ish Smith, the speed demon with crafty control. Ish Smith, standing just under 6 feet tall, makes up for size with pure speed. He turns corners with ease, breaks presses with quick handles, and keeps defenders guessing. What he lacks in height, he makes up for in heart and control. Smith is developing a more reliable jumper and focusing on becoming a vocal floor leader. Coaches love his energy and tempo control. He's the kind of guard who changes the pace the second he checks in. Patrick Patterson, the stretch forward built for the modern game. Patrick Patterson enters the draft with a clean shooting stroke and a mature presence. At 6'9", he spaces the floor with ease while still doing the dirty work inside. His ability to play pick and pop or pick and roll adds layers to any offense. This summer, he's adding lateral quickness and building out a more aggressive rebounding mindset. Patterson's adaptability and professional approach make him an ideal fit for today's NBA systems. Trevor Booker, the undersized bruiser with relentless energy. At 6'7", Trevor Booker might be undersized for a power forward, but he doesn't care. His strength, hustle, light, and toughness make him a nightmare on the boards and a wrecking ball on defense. Booker thrives on effort, diving for loose balls, and powering through bigger defenders. This offseason, he's improving his handle and working on a corner 3 to add value in spacing sets. Coaches see a culture guy, someone who lifts the locker room and brings it every night. Boban Marjanovic, the gentle giant with touch and timing, towering at 7'4" and tipping the scale near 290 pounds, Boban Marjanovic has the league's attention. He swallows space in the paint and finishes soft around the rim. While not the fastest, his positioning and hands make him an offensive weapon in close. This summer, Boban's working on mobility and conditioning to keep pace with the league's tempo. In the right system, he's a walking mismatch and a fan favorite waiting to happen. Greg Monroe. The skilled big with vintage vision, Greg Monroe enters with poise, patience, and an old-school feel. At 6'11", he's one of the smartest passers in the class, routinely threading dimes from the elbow or low block. His footwork and soft touch give him an edge in slow-it-down offenses. He's putting in time on his mid-range shot and lateral quickness, hoping to avoid being hunted in space. Monroe's floor is high, and his ceiling depends on how well his defense keeps up with evolving NBA speed. Larry Sanders, the long-arm disruptor, built to defend. Larry Sanders walks into workouts with a wingspan that feels twice his height and timing that can change games. He blocks shots without leaving his feet, grabs boards in traffic, and sprints end-to-end like a guard. Right now, he's honing discipline, minimizing fouls, and improving his reads. Offensively, he's catching lobs and running the floor. Defense is where his value lives. If developed right, he could anchor a second unit or close games with paint presence.